Right, good, bad, ugly. We're going for a little truncated version here. I've got some questions I want to get through as well. Brownie, you kick off. Stephen Coniglio and the Giants.
Yeah, we've got to be careful not to sleep on the Giants. You know, last year they incredible run really to get as far as they did into September. But great news for GWS. Stephen Coniglio looks like the guy that's got himself healthy over the off-season. As it came out, he's had a crook toe for the last 12 months. That's really hampered him. So he's back. Look at these midfield names. Kelly, Tom Green, Taranto, Warder at half-back, Whitfield, a healthy Coniglio, Hopper, Perryman, and then Toby Green to come back in. Like, that's an all-star midfield, isn't it? So GWS going to cause problems for a lot of teams this year, and Sam Taylor, who'll play on Buddy this week, arguably the All-Australian defender, or one off.
So you're saying Coniglio's back. He looked broken last year, not just physically, but mentally as well. Should he have given up the captaincy?
Look, if he's fit and healthy, and he looked fantastic against Collingwood, I'm happy to go with the co-captaincy and get him through, but he just needs to be healthy, and that's a great sign for me starting the year. So I think GWS will go right this year.
They struck a great compromise for this year anyway, having the three. The bad, I've handed to you, Nicholas.
Yeah, unfortunately it's my boys who I think are under a lot of pressure coming into the start of the season. So I don't want to overhype the importance of round one, but you look at St Kilda's first month, coming into a year where the expectation, I think, it's dissipated a little bit from last year. But to start the season, there are, I would say, two games there that they would go in as red-hot favourites against Collingwood and against Hawthorn, and then you would want to hope to pinch another one. And this is a side that hasn't dealt with expectation in recent history all of that well. The latter half of last year, round 15 onward, they were a top 6 team in all the metrics, but the expectation had gone by then. So how this side fronts up in round one in a game they should win against Collingwood, I think is going to set the tone a little bit from a confidence point of view as to how that first month plays out.
It's a very winnable first month.
It is, yeah, it is, absolutely. And from there, anything can happen.
Okay, so how confident are you?
Yeah, no, I am shattered to see what's happened with Nick Caulfield and Hunter Clark, because I think they're the ones that St Kilda people would have been really looking forward to taking steps this year. But this is the year. This is the measuring year. Guys like Hanbury, guys like Brad Hill, guys like Zach Jones that aren't there at the moment, they're going to be judged and judged harshly this year.
Gresham and Marshall in the midfield, a lot's going to fall on their shoulders. And I love Max King against Essendon. He looked fantastic.
Finals or no?
For St Kilda? Yes.
Right.
Sneaking, guys.
Ugly for me is the players not having the comprehension or understanding of rule interpretations, which we've all been jammed down our throats over the summer months, and as it should be. And it's my boys who were they were the worst offenders. They were first up, and they got and people might say, okay, it was the first time up, and they'll be better for it. Yeah, I could accept 2. I could accept 3. I'm not accepting 8. So this was, the descent. I don't care what you make of it. I thought it was, by the time the game was played the next night, every player on the ground knew. They made the adjustment.
Yeah, but so that won't be paid now.
No, I think there was always going to be the overcorrection, and then it'll get back to where it is. But if you get, the old saying, break a few eggs to make the omelette. Drive it hard, and then everyone knows.
I thought it was magnificent timing for Simon Goodwin. He would have sat back and gone, beautiful. Now I can just rev the boys up with this, just sharpen them up a little bit, sharpen their focus and all those sorts of things. Don't get ahead of yourself, boys. It's a new campaign.
What about a bonus good, Gaz?
I just want to chuck this one in, because you did the game. I haven't seen a lot of him, only saw glimpses of him. The Essendon spies tell me they're really keen, and it's a great footy story. Kane Baldwin as a potential key forward for this first game coming up. I loved it. He's in the Cale Hooker jumper. The story behind it, Brownie, and I'll get you to tell us how he played. He supplementary list player, did his ACL twice, overlooked in the draft, was going to be first-round pick, they reckon, until he got these knee injuries. There was just 2 or 3 things he did where I looked at it and went, gee, Ian Jones running around in that forward 50 for this Essendon game.
I really liked him. When Stringer comes back, Peter Wright there as well, Gaz. So he looks like an old-school forward. He leads hard on the ball. He got a bit of Danny Jacobs about him, that sort of bullocking type style. So he used to play at Essendon. So looking forward to see how he goes, as we are with all key forwards, Gaz.
Good on you, right. Just a couple of others for the teams that we mightn't have got to. From a Adelaide point of view,